Problems based on Kohlrausch law. Kohlrausch proposed a law to find out the limiting molar conductivity of weak electrolyte. Because strong electrolytes are completely ionized, so we can calculate their molar conductivities or equivalent conductivities basing on the by practical results that we obtain from the conductive cells. But in the case of weak electrolytes will not ionize completely. So, the results that obtaining from conductivity cell is according to the degree of dissociation, and it is not possible to calculate limiting molar conductivity of weak electrolytes. For that purpose, he proposed one law called as Kohlrausch law. According to Kohlrausch law, if an electrolyte was there, M A, if it is the electrolyte, it ionizes to give M plus A minus. Now, the limiting molar conductivity cap M of this electrolyte will be the limiting molar conductivity of its cations plus its individual anions that are present in it. The sum of charges that carried by total positive ions and total negative ions is equal to limiting molar conductivity of an electrolyte. Because for weak electrolytes, since they are not ionizing, in indirect manner we are able to calculate the limiting molar conductivity of such weak electrolytes by taking strong electrolytes having the common ions that are present in the weak electrolyte. If those ions which are present in the weak electrolyte can also present in a strong electrolytes in another form, basically their molar conductivities, we are able to calculate the limiting molar conductivity of weak electrolytes and an indirect process. We already discussed the whole thing in our previous classes while discussing about the molar conductivity and equivalent. So, now here while discussing about this Kohlrausch law, now we are going to do some numerical problems based on the Kohlrausch law. So, according to Kohlrausch law, the limiting molar conductivity of an electrolyte will be equal to the sum of the limiting conductivities of the constituent ions present in that electrolyte. Suppose for example, if we take this some compound like Al2SO3, now the molar conductivity of Al2SO4 thrice will be, there are, when it ionizes it will gives us 2Al plus 3 plus 3SO4 minus 2. So, the limiting molar conductivity of Al2SO4 will be equal to 2 into molar conductivity of Al plus 3, limiting molar conductivity of Al plus 3, 2 into limiting conduct of molar plus 3, because 2 Al plus 3 ions plus 3 into limiting molar conductivity of SO4 minus 2 ions. If it is NaCl, limiting molar conductivity of NaCl will be simply limiting molar conductivity of Na plus limiting molar conductivity of Cl minus, like that. So, here basing on the formula stoichiometric ratios, here also we have to apply. Now, let us see one problem. So, here we have already discussed, according to Kohlrausch law, the limiting molar conductivity cap M of Al2SO4 thrice will be equal to 2 into limiting ionic conductance of Al plus 3 plus 3 into limiting ionic conductivity of SO4 minus 2. Now here limiting conductivity of Al to SO4 was given 858 Siemens centimeter square per mole. They are asking limiting ionic conductivity of Al plus 3, but here SO4 ions limiting molar conductivity was given, it is 160. So now 2 into limiting molar conductivity of Al plus 3 ions will be 858 minus 160 into 3, 480. That will be 8, 7, 378. But this is limiting ionic conductivity of 2 ions. Therefore, limiting conductivity of 1 Al plus 3 ion will be 378 by 2, it will be 189 Siemens centimeter square per mole. So this is the one of the application of Kohlrausch law. If we know the limiting conductivity of both anion and cation, we can calculate limiting molar conductivity of salt, or if we know the limiting conductivity of salt and any one of anion, either anion or cation, we can get the limiting molar conductivity of the other ion. The values of capital M, that is limiting molar conductivity for NH4Cl, NaOH and NaCl at infinite dilution are 129.8, 248.1 and 126.4 Siemens centimeter square per mole. Then calculate the limiting molar conductivity of NH4OH. Here this NaH4OH is a weak electrolyte. It is not possible to determine the limiting molar conductivity of weak electrolyte at a infinite dilution. It is impossible. Practically it is not possible to calculate the limiting molar conductivity of a weak electrolyte. Now here by using Kohlrausch law, and all these three are strong electrolytes which are having common ions here. What are the cation and anion in weak electrolyte? NH4 plus and OH minus. So here we have NH4 plus and here we have OH minus. But in these electrolytes we have an extra ions Cl minus and Na plus. So we should know the molar conductivities, limiting molar conductivities of these two ions, but to define that we have to subtract it. That's why we need another electrolyte, third electrolyte, which is having these two common ions. So two electrolytes with common ions of weak electrolyte and another electrolyte which is containing common ions of this extra ions which are present other than this weak electrolyte. With the help of those electrolytes we can calculate. We know in algebra, if you know x plus y value is this and y plus z value is this and z plus x value is this, you are able to calculate x value, y value and z value independently. Likewise here also we are going to do the same thing. So now limiting molar conductivity of NH4Cl is nothing but ionic conductivity of NH4 plus ionic conductivity of Cl minus, because we know the limiting molar conductivity of NH4Cl, but it is we don't know the individual molar conductivities of NH4 plus and Cl minus, just we know the sum of these two ions. So sum of these two ions is found to be 129.8. Next, limiting molar conductivity of NaOH. We know it, this is limiting conductivity of Na plus ions plus limiting conductivity of OH minus ions. We don't know individual ions conductance. It is 248.1. Then limiting molar conductivity of NaCl. So it will be equal to Na plus limiting conductivity of Cl minus, it will be 126.4. So by that way we know the total molar conductivity of two different ions. From this data we have to find out individual molar conductivities of this NH4 plus and OH minus. Just like that, x plus y, y plus z, z plus x. So we can get this. How these extra ions, what are the extra ions? Cl minus and Na plus. These two ions are not necessary for us. So these two ions will be striked off if this is equation 1 and if this is equation 2 and this is equation 3. Now we require limiting conductivity of NH4 plus limiting conductivity of Cl minus, OH minus. So you multiply or divide or subtract or add these three actions with whatever the numericals you want. I need finally this equation. So this equation from these three equations is possible when one first reaction is added to second reaction. From that sum, if you subtract the third equation, you will get it. Because if you add these two, what will happen? You will have, see, NH4. Now I am going to do this here. Limiting molar conductivity of NH4 plus limiting conductivity of Cl minus plus limiting conductivity of Na plus limiting conductivity of OH minus. Now I am subtracting these two, minus limiting conductivity of Na plus minus limiting conductivity of Cl minus. So what I have done? I add these two equations. When I add these two equations, these two terms, these values also should be added, that is 129.8 plus 248.1, these two will be added and the third one was subtracted, so minus 126.4. So what happens now? This is plus limiting conductivity of Cl minus and this is minus limiting conductivity of Cl minus. These two will be cancelled off. And here Na and plus N. So only two things are remained, that is NH4 plus and OH minus, limiting conductivity of NH4 plus OH minus. This value will be, if you add these two, what you will get? 9, 7, 377.9. We have to subtract this 126.4515. So the limiting conductivity of NH4OH is 251.5 Siemens centimeter square per mole. The molar conductivity of CH3COOH at 298 K at the concentrations of 0.1 mole and 0.001 mole are 5.2 and 40.2 Siemens centimeter square per mole respectively. Then calculate the degree of dissociation of CH3COOH at those concentrations, given that the limiting molar conductivities of H plus and state ions are 349.8 and 49.9 Siemens centimeter per mole respectively. So, this is another important application of Kohlrausch law. With the help of this degree of dissociation, we can calculate, with the help of this Kohlrausch law, you can calculate the degree of dissociation as well as the solubility of sparingly soluble salts also. So, here we have the limiting conductivities of H plus and limiting conductivities of state ions. Therefore, limiting molar conductivity of CH3COOH according to Kohlrausch law is the sum of limiting conductivities of H plus limiting conductivity of CH3COO minus. So, this sum of these two will gives us limiting molar conductivity of acetic acid. So, it will be 349.8 plus 49.9. So, the sum will be 17, 19. So, it is 399.7. That is, the limiting conductivity of molar conductivity of acetic acid is found to be, sorry, this is 40. Now, it will become 390.7. This is the limiting molar conductivity of acetic acid. Now, degree of dissociation. Degree of dissociation means the ratio between the molar conductivity of an acid at a given concentration by limiting molar conductivity. Degree of dissociation is cap m at given concentration by cap m at infinite dilution. That is, the ratio between molar conductivity at a given concentration by molar conductivity at infinite dilution is, this is said to be limiting molar conductivity, is the ratio of degree of dissociation. So, now let us first calculate the degree of dissociation for 0.1 mole. So, for 0.1 mole acetic acid, the degree of dissociation, first of all you should know the degree of the molar conductivity of acetic acid at this concentration. So, molar conductivity of acetic acid at this concentration is 5.20 Siemens centimeter square per mole. So, at 0.1 degree, 0.1 mole concentration, the limiting molar the molar conductivity of 0.1 mole acetic acid is 5.20, whereas limiting molar conductivity is 390.7. On simplification, you will get 0.13, 0.013. This is the degree of dissociation. If you want to express in terms of percentage, it will be 1.3%. This is the degree of dissociation. Degree of dissociation is 0.013 or it is equal to 1.3%. Then degree of dissociation at 0.001 mole. So, at 0.001 mole concentration, degree of dissociation is cap m at concentration 0.01 is how much? 40.2 by limiting molar conductivity. This is common 390.7. So, on simplification you will get 0.105 or it will be 10.5%. This is degree of dissociation of acetic acid at 0.01 mole concentration. So, ratio between concentration degree molar conductivity at a given concentration to the limiting molar conductivity will gives us the degree of dissociation. The molar conductivity of 0.025 mole methanoic acid is 46.1 Siemens centimeter square per mole. Calculate its degree of dissociation and dissociation constant. The limiting conductivity of H plus ion is 349.65, whereas the limiting conductivity of acetate ion is 54.65. So, by knowing the formate ion and H plus ions limiting conductivities, you can calculate the limiting conductivity of methanoic acid. Methanoic acid means HCOOH, or you can call it as a formic acid, HCOOH. So, cap M, limiting molar conductivity of methanoic acid is nothing but conductivity of H plus ions plus conductivity of methanate ion or formate ion, HCOO minus. Now, H plus ions conductivity is 349.65 and of methanate ion is 54.65. Therefore, the limiting molar conductivity of methanoic acid is 0, 3, 14, 5 plus 5, 10, 4, 404.30. This is the limiting molar conductivity of methanoic acid. Now, they are asking to calculate this degree of dissociation. Degree of dissociation alpha is conductivity at given concentration by limiting molar conductivity. So, at 0.025 mole concentration, the conductivity is found to be 46.1. Then limiting molar conductivity is 404.3. So, on simplification you will get 0.114. This is degree of dissociation, 0.114. Now, they are asking another term, dissociation constant. For a weak electrolyte, dissociation constant K is equal to C alpha square by 1 minus alpha, C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. So, it is when here C is 0.025 and alpha square is equal to alpha is 0.114 into 0.114 by 1 minus 0.114. It will be 3.249 into 10 to the power minus 4 by 0.886. This is dissociation constant of methanoic acid.